weight is multivariable, so a lot of different things sort of impact the impression of weight. And weight is itself sort of correlated really strongly with several other factors. So things that you can think about to kind of tap into a lighter weight sound. One thing is to monitor breath flow. Try exploring different degrees of volumetric airflow, so like literally the volume of air that you're pushing out of your body, using S sounds, or imagine that you're putting your lips together like you're blowing out a candle. You can hear I'm pushing out a great deal of air. And if I phonate, if I add voice to that sound, that's going to produce one sort of degree of weight. And you can then take that and decrease the amount of airflow and see if there's a change in the weight as well. So instead of blowing out a candle that feels like it's 3 feet in front of you, blow out a candle that's 1 foot in front of you. Already you can hear versus one is much lighter. And then imagine that there's a candle 3 inches from your lips, and instead of blowing it out, you're just going to produce enough air to get it to flicker, but not go out. Quite light. The sound completely shifts. It's much softer, much lighter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can use that lighter airflow sound to prompt and then count to 5, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you wanted to target something a little heavier, you could do the same posture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can hear that I started with that really forceful breath flow and then started speaking, and the sound was much heavier. You can also try this with S. From an S into a Z, and you can hear how heavy that was. Then decrease the volume of air you're pushing through. And then get even lighter still. You can then use that super light S and go into a bunch of S words. See, say, so, sigh, sue, sun, soap, right? That's super light S, and you can hear that that causes quite a dramatic change. In general, weight is correlated really strongly with volume. So if you feel like you're being louder, you're probably being heavier. And it's also correlated with pitch. So if you feel a tendency as you're getting lighter to get higher in pitch, that's because higher pitch sounds help facilitate lighter weights, or vice versa. Lighter weights help facilitate higher pitches. So the lighter the sound, the easier it's going to be to start getting higher and higher and higher and higher. So if you're exploring your absolute highest sounds, maybe using your favorite SOVTE, semi-occluded vocal tract exercise, you could try a lip trill, or simply the letter V. The sound quality you get at the top is going to be really high pitched and really, really light. And you can drag that down. And be careful not to increase volume. And then by the time you get down into your normal speaking register, you'll start to feel, oh, wow, that feels very different. Very, very light. Interesting. Right? So those are some things that you can play around with if you're trying to specifically target lighter weights. And kind of their opposites are also possible if you're trying to get heavier as well. This is already super long, so I'm going to cut it short here. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.